If you're looking for a fragrance video that has it all, then you are in the right place. Here we will look at 15 fragrances that are all best in their class. This episode will have you smelling top notch, no matter what your budget is. The first one is going to be a beautiful fragrance from the house of Penhaligon's. Yes, it's a niche fragrance house, so don't get your knickers all twisted up. I'll start with the most expensive, and then we'll move on to a cheapie, and we'll finish up with a designer. I'll try to give you options in similar styles for each. Now, they don't smell alike, they're not clones or anything like that, but you could use them interchangeably for the same occasions. Or if you are like me, they can be interchangeable for like the same mood you have. Now I imagine that some of you are thinking, what in the world is Peter talking about? Let me explain. You know, moods, something like fresh, like a barbershop, fresh and clean, powerful and spicy, so you get noticed, elegant and neutral, you can wear anywhere, interesting and unique for the days when you don't know how you feel, soft and seductive. So let me know what some of your fragrances are that you pair with moods. Let me know in the comments. This could get super interesting. But let's head back to Penhaligon's. The one that I have picked for the mood of you want the barbershop, something clean. You want to be also elegant and neutral is the Tragedy of Lord George. Sometimes a fragrance can be in more than one mood, of course. So this Lord George right here, beautiful, gorgeous bottle, is perfect for those moods. It is elegant. It's a woody amber with a smooth soapiness. When you wear this one right here, you will be the best smelling at any family reunion, guaranteed. But if you are in a more price-conscious mood, then you could go with Trussardi's Riflesso. Riflesso comes in at a stellar price for 100 ml. This will remind you of fragrances like La Nuit de l'Homme, but with a much, much brighter approach. Since there is no cardamom in this one, instead you'll have geranium, violet, lavender, and a hint of leather. You know, the kind of leather that they used to use to sharpen knives at the barbershop? Really, really beautiful. Let's give it a spray. Fabulous, fabulous fragrance. For the designer choice in this mood, I have picked an all-time classic, and it is going to be Terre de Hermès. This should be a staple in anybody's designer collection. This Hermès is not soapy, but still has plenty of class and style with its dusty orange. There's also some pepper, and there's a little bit of cedar in this fragrance. And a nice amount of vetiver. Terre de Hermès is perfect for when you don't want to go with the soapy vibe, but still want some old school class without being dated. Beautiful choice. I got a big old bottle. Love it. Next up, we will do 3 powerful and spicy ones. The niche pick for the spicy category, powerful and spicy, is going to be Xerjoff, and it's going to be Naxos. Many, many, many people love this one, and it is for good reason. It is a beautiful fragrance. It is a honey tobacco with some cinnamon, vanilla, and a light touch of lavender. It is a powerhouse performer in longevity and projection. This one is a great first choice if you are thinking of getting into the niche tobacco fragrances. My bargain choice in this category for sort of powerful and spicy is going to be Mustache by Rojas. This is the Eau de Parfum from 2018. Now make sure you get the 2018 Eau de Parfum, otherwise you will be getting a real barbershop fragrance from 1949. So make sure you get the Eau de Parfum. In the Eau de Parfum, there is not going to be any tobacco. Instead, you'll have a pink pepper and a Bulgarian rose surrounded by mandarin orange with plenty of weight from the vanilla and the patchouli. Also, it is often compared to Yves Saint Laurent's Tuxedo, which makes this one right here at a stellar price all the more attractive. From the designer realm, for powerful and spicy, I have picked a fragrance from the Bulgari Man line. And it is Bulgari Man Men in Black. This is a spicy tobacco with a hint of iris and tuberose. This one is one of my all-time favorites from the Bulgari Man line. Spicy, elegant, timeless, with plenty of longevity and projection for anyone. This is a gorgeous fragrance, one of the ones you definitely need to pick up from the Bulgari Man line. How about we go a little floral for the quieter moments for our next choices? Now don't worry, these are going to be plenty masculine and sexy. You could wear these on a Sunday morning and you would be ready for anything. My niche pick in this one is going to be a fragrance from Initio, and it is going to be Rehab. Rehab is a soft, powdery lavender with a cozy musk note. At the beginning, you will have some sparkly citrus, fresh and invigorating in a gentle sort of way. As the day moves on, Rehab gets a little bit woodier and warmer with a light, creamy sweetness. Initio Rehab is perfect for the quieter moments or when you are ready for a snuggle. Such a beautiful fragrance. Next up, for the more price-conscious fellas out there, or ladies, is going to be Roberto Cavalli's Uomo. This is going to be a really affordable one. Cavalli's Uomo is gorgeous. It's a violet honey fragrance with some delicate saffron. In my opinion, this one is completely underrated. It has better than expected longevity and really decent protection. Roberto Cavalli Uomo is sort of elegant, it's classy in a lavender honey tonka kind of way. This one, in my opinion, is worth every penny. Rose, Oud, and Clary Sage are going to be the main players in my designer choice in this column for quieter moments. Dolce & Gabbana's The One Mysterious Night is a niche quality designer fragrance for the people that enjoy an ambery rose oud combo. This one is one of those fragrances when you like a rose oud combo, or only a couple of sprays, maybe 3, will be plenty. Trust me on that. The projection is very, very big at the beginning. However, it will soften throughout the day and it will last way into the night. It's a bit of an underrated one. Not too many people like rose and oud, but if you like rose and oud combo, this Dolce & Gabbana is a really beautiful one for the softer sort of moods. Now I get it, rose and oud isn't for everybody. The same goes for my next 3. The next ones are all really good, but they have sort of a modern, unique factor that will have you coming back for more and more and more. The niche one is going to be Ganymede by Marc-Antoine Barras. This one right here. This is a Quentin Bisch fragrance. This one features notes of suede, akigal wood, and minerals. Also, one of the main notes is immortelle, which gives this unique fragrance sort of a dry, hay-like feeling. Ganymede is unusual, and it is literally as good as it gets in a niche fragrance. Okay, for the more price conscious of you out there, I've picked a fragrance from Issey Miyake, and it is L'Eau d'Issey Pour Homme. But hold on. Not the original, but the Intense. I've picked the Intense since I personally like the original a little bit better for the hot days. Since we're going a little bit further into fall and winter, I like the Intense a little bit better. This has a fantastic and unique note of yuzu, just like the original. However, this time it is going to be surrounded by a smoky benzoin and papyrus. This Intense is leathery, it's smoky, has a beautiful smoky vibe, really great. Imagine walking into a futuristic landscape while wearing a leather jacket and smoking a cigarette. Beautiful, beautiful creative fragrance. Absolutely gorgeous. My designer choice isn't quite as colorful. However, it is still unique enough to make this list. And it is going to be Prada Luna Rossa, and it is the Carbon. Now I know that the comparison is always going to be to Sauvage. And yes, I do agree that it does smell somewhat like Sauvage. I personally like Carbon just a tad bit better because of its lightness. And the notes are just really, really clever in this one. Okay, not the bergamot, which is almost in every fragrance. Okay, not the lavender, is also in many fragrances. Not those 2 notes, but the coal or soil or the metallic notes that are in this beautiful fragrance from Prada. It is all perfectly wrapped in sort of ambroxan, patchouli, and pepper. This is so good and unique, perfect for when you want to get away from all the usual scents. Fantastic fragrance from Prada. I have 3 more, and we're gonna wrap the last 3 up in leather. The first one will have you smelling like $1 million car, the interior in the style of Acqua di Parma. This one is one of the best leather fragrances you have ever smelled. Raspberry with a touch of rose, but not enough to make it a rose fragrance. The petitgrain, the honeysuckle keep this one sort of lighter and sweeter and a little bit on the fresh side. And then there's a smooth, expensive leather surrounded by some wood accords. I'm not kidding, this one is a stellar fragrance with equal performance from Acqua di Parma. But I'm not always in the mood for, a classy leather scent. Sometimes I want to smell like the leather coming out of a bar, getting on a Harley, and ride into the sunrise, right? This is where my next fragrance choice comes in. Gian Vavato's Dark Rebel. This one is exactly for that kind of scenery. So good. It's a little bit harder to find nowadays, but you can still find it. I don't know if it's discontinued or what, but you can still find this one and it's usually at a really good price. In this one, you will have notes like rum, straight sugar, castoreum, and there's going to be some tobacco in here. This is like a worn-in dark leather jacket with a few spills of rum on it. I mean, what's not to like of this one? Of course, if this sounds like you need to clean it up a bit, then you could always go with Dark Rebel Rider. Same awesome scent, but just kind of like the peachy version of it. And the final piece for me is going to be, or the final leather piece is going to be ombre leather. At this point, if you want a leather fragrance and you can't make up your mind which one to get, how much you want to spend, then just go out and get ombre leather. This one is really that good. Everybody likes it, young, old, women, men. It's just one of the most perfect leather fragrances, period. It doesn't matter. This one has it all. Longevity, protection, likability, luxury, you name it. If you want a one and done leather fragrance from Tom Ford, then this ombre leather is a truly stellar choice. What do you think? How did I do? What would you add to a list like this that fit into moods, from expensive to designers to inexpensive? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. This could get really super interesting. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I would love to have you on board. Remember, our fragrance journey begins with but one single scent. As for now, please do take good care of yourself. Always smell nice. And I will talk to you about more fragrances soon.